are, right?
Hmm.
Pulling the curtain right back, that's kind of fundamentally what wrestling is. But with deathmatch, you're immediately integrating something that will actually hurt you. So you're taking away that element of what professional wrestling is supposed to be. So I do understand why people kind of look down on it a little bit or think it's a lesser form of wrestling. But for me, um, it gives you more options to tell stories in interesting ways, which is something that I'm very interested in. And also, like from my perspective, I've seen more people hurt themselves in training doing up and overs and landing on their knee and twisting it and being put out for 3 months than I've seen somebody take a light tube and be put out for 3 months. I've actually never seen that happen. So I kind of try and put a bit of perspective on it and recognize that professional wrestling, regardless of how it's done, is always going to be dangerous. Did you see the footage of Leon Slater um,
Yes.
taking? Basically, nobody caught him on a dive a couple of days ago, right at TNA.
Hmm.
That's just as dangerous as swinging a light tube at somebody. You know, he's just fallen from about 8 to 15 foot in the air onto his face. It's onto essentially a concrete floor. So I always try and keep that perspective of yeah, it is going to have some detractors, and it is fundamentally a bad idea to roll around in glass. But none of us are doing something that's particularly sensible. So
Yeah, and I think one thing I've always said and stuff like that is if you've never been to a deathmatch show, go and see one. Do you know what I mean? Then you can get your own perspective there and then.
I think more people that go see them end up enjoying them rather than people who try and watch them on film. Because in the room, it's about the energy and about the sacrifice, and the crowd is so hot for everything that's happening because they recognize that you're scarring yourself permanently for them and that for their entertainment. So in that room, it's a cauldron. Like I absolutely love deathmatch shows. Like the Kumite shows, for example, are like little mini festivals where you get 7 matches instead of 7 bands, and they get progressively more violent. And I think unless you've been there and experienced it, you can't fully understand what deathmatch is. Deathmatch is community and passion and excitement and something a little bit counterculture, a little bit out of the ordinary. And being involved in that is much more interesting than sitting there watching it on TV. In my personal opinion.
I think that's well said, mate. To be honest with you, so